I forgot to mention the data collector. So the data collector is plugged in, and we have these photo gates that I'm going to put on the track. For this experiment, it does not say where to put them, so I'm just going to put them wherever I want. So we can just open here. I hope I'm even in frame. I don't know what's going on. And then once that's open, you can go ahead and just slide it up on the track. So I'll get those attached. All right, we're going ahead to start this experiment. It says make sure that photo gate A is above B, which it is. I've got my data collector here. I've got my car. Let's go ahead and get our first data point. So this is what our data collector looks like. We're using the change in time, which is that triangle symbol. So the change in time between these two photo gates was 0.211. So we're using this third one here. The other ones are for like instantaneous speed, and we'll talk about that later. So we're using that time in between. All right, so now I'm gonna move this up a little bit. So it's on the third one. Let's go ahead and go on number 5 after this. And I realize I don't want to unscrew this every time, so I think I might find a way to get it to work that's not so crazy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now it's in hole 5. We're gonna do another one, and I'm just gonna like, I don't know, move this. See if it makes any difference. All right, so, ooh, and I didn't put marbles in the first time. Let's put marbles in. All right, and go. So change in time, 0.257 seconds. That was fun. All right, let's change it again. Now we're gonna go up to the 7th hole. Now I'm gonna move this one away. Only one marble. Ready, set, go. All right, time, 0.297. Awesome. Now we're moving it to the 9th hole. Oh, we're getting steep. In that case, I want these even further apart. That way it takes longer. Maybe I'll get a better reading. All right, I'm taking all the marbles out this time. I don't want to go too fast. All right, my change in time, 0.360 seconds. Remember, with digital stuff, you don't have to worry about sig figs. You just write exactly what you see. There's no degree of uncertainty because it's digital. It's showing us exactly what we're getting. All right, let's go ahead and move it to, I don't know, are we at 11 now? Yikes. Okay, and that wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and put a marble in it. 1, 2, 3. Our change in time here, 0.175. And I think that's tall enough. So let's go ahead and finish up that first trial. Oh my gosh, you guys, that did not work as expected at all. The numbers have no pattern, but shouldn't they? Maybe I have to revise my experiment and control some variables. So we got to choose some things to keep the same. So I'm going to leave the photo gates in the exact same spot every time. That's one variable. Also, you might want to pause and answer these questions on your own first, because I'm going to kind of go over some of the answers. We still have to change the height. That's our experimental variable. Let's leave the same amount of marbles. I think it's kind of fun, so let's leave 1 in there. And let's make sure they all start from the same spot. I use the same car every time. So let's see if this gets us some better results. All right, reset at height of 3. Both of my photo gates are the closest they can be together on either side of the middle. And we release with 1 marble. And now we get a time of 0.205. Moving up to hole number 5. And do the same thing. 0.156. Hole 7. 0.130. 0.115. And hole 11 is where we're gonna stop. We get 0.105. Now, you know, I feel like there's something else that we're missing. We controlled the variables, our data looks great, but we only did one trial. So if you know how to like merge your cells in Excel or whatever, if you're doing it on paper, we're gonna add 2 more columns so we can get 2 more trials in here, and then we will average those out. So I'm gonna keep it at 11 just because it's already here. So I'm gonna do this 2 more times so we can make sure we have really good values. 0.105, and again 0.105. So we are consistent. That's one great thing about using PhotoGates. Imagine if we were just going off of a timer that someone is using, like a stopwatch. We would not be getting the same result because humans are not as precise as PhotoGates. All right, this is at hole number 9. 0.115, and again, whoops, it is again 0.115. Excuse me, I was really hoping I wouldn't sneeze during the video. Here we are. All right, I think this is at like 7 now, so I'm just going down again. All right, 0.130. You guys, these are all exactly the same. So maybe we don't need to average them. We'll just do 3 trials to make sure it's accurate, which it is, 0.130 again. Moving it down to number 5 from the bottom. Letting this one go down, 0.156. 0.156. And down to hole number 3. We'll let it go again. 0.205. And again, ooh, 0.206. So for these, we can go ahead and average each of those. If we're getting the same value, obviously that's the same. We can't have different sig figs, so we can't like average and like have 4 sig figs. All of a sudden we'll have 3 for the time because that's what we can see on the data collector. So now we did our second, they call it the first trial where I went kind of all crazy, and the second trial where I kept things the same. But it's kind of like first experiment, second experiment, because we had 3 trials in that second experiment. So there's some questions in part 5 that I'll have you guys answer as well. And does it ask you to make a graph for this one? Because you should always make a graph. Huh. I think you should make one. So just go from holes from bottom and then the trial, just so we can kind of see that relationship for each one of those. I'd only do it for the second experiment. So the one that we have those 3 data points for, I'd just make a scatter plot for that one. And I'll make sure to put that in the directions as well. So hopefully the lab kind of makes sense and it's not too crazy to not do it in person. The good news is it's way quicker to do it like this. But hopefully that's still a little bit of fun for you guys. I can't wait till you can actually use the data collectors yourselves. All right, until next time, bye.